what's up guys? Location. All right, we're gonna be checking out the BillyGoat stand-on. In fact, Brandon's already ripping it up and down. Let's show you guys how the BillyGoat stand-on works actually in the field.
Make the ground shake.
Guys, so it is bright and early. It is the first part of April, and we're doing a leaf cleanup today on one of my larger sites. Brandon's on the BillyGoat. We've already been here for about an hour and a half, and tell you what, man, this BillyGoat stand-on blower, you guys already know what's coming. I in a good way, begrudgingly, I guess, in a good way though, it's kind of a game changer. I'm kind of already drinking the Kool-Aid, surprisingly, and here's why. This site normally takes me about 3 hours to do a leaf cleanup. We've been here for a little over an hour and 15, and we're almost wrapped up. All right, now here's the deal. Most of you guys know when you do a leaf cleanup, we're gonna go around all the obstacles, like the plants, the shrubs, the arborvitaes, all the landscaping, right? And then we have to jump on the mower and bag, right? And it's vacuum, dump, vacuum, dump, vacuum, dump. It's fine, it's great, it's awesome, it's what we all do. But I could see, and I know, because I talked to some of you guys that have the hurricane blowers before I jumped on it, what's the best approach. And a lot of you guys are saying just keep zipping around the perimeter, man, and shooting that discharge all the way, one way, all the way to the wood line. And again, this property right here, it's 5 acres. It's usually caked with leaves. Again, this property right here, it's 5 acres. We've had it for a few years now. And it's just crazy because this whole back area would normally take me a solid hour just vacuuming. And Brandon's been here for about 10 minutes. So it's pretty crazy. This huge leaf line right here. I don't know if you guys can see it, all the way down, and Brandon's just literally blowing it back into the wood line. So that's awesome. Now of course I still got to pick up all the sticks and do that fun stuff. That'll take us 10-20 minutes to knock all that out, but yeah, just a quick on the ground, boots on the ground kind of footage for you guys to show you how the BillyGoat works. Now, I know what some of you guys are thinking, hey, $12,500 for a stand-on blower, the Z3000, that's what it is. Sounds like a lot of money, and it is. But the longer I've been in business, the older I get, the more I realize I don't mind investing in good pieces of equipment that can shave labor, that can save a guy or two, and quite honestly, just make my life that much easier. I think this blower, God, it's so crazy. Like, I was just talking to Brandon literally about 20 minutes ago before we started this whole video, and I said I never would have considered a stand-on blower. Like, I'm not trying to convince you guys, for real, I'm trying to justify it for my own business. And the more I think about it, the more I run the numbers, the more it kind of makes sense. And again, I was like 12 grand for a stand-on blower. Okay, right? But after we just did this site, I mean, imagine if you have a $1,000 leaf cleanup job or a $875 leaf cleanup job, and you can do it with 2 guys in 3 hours versus 4 guys in 5 hours, and then just do that times like 5 days a week, a whole month of leaf cleanups. You spread that over about 2 or 3, 4 years to pay off the equipment, or pay cash, do whatever you want to do. I think the lines cross a lot quicker than I originally thought once you start kind of thinking it through. So I mean, Brandon's all the way down here in this wood line. I don't know if you guys can see that far down. And literally, dude, like, we just cleaned up this whole back, I'd say 2 acres, in not even 10 minutes. I don't know. So anyway, it's still bright, it's still early, I'm still waking up. Hopefully you guys are enjoying some of this footage. I'm not here to convince you guys on it. I just think it's really cool to share with you guys what we're finding out. And of course, we're gonna be tackling this on some of our commercial sites and residential sites. But anyway, let's get back to it. I gotta go pick up some sticks. I don't wanna get yelled at by Brandon, right? He's my boss. All right, Thug. What's going on? How we doing?
It's good.
First off, how's it feel to be back outside?
It's nice to finally be out working.
You and I are so rusty right now, it's not even funny.
Well, I've been out, what, past week and a half now?
Yeah, well, you
Doing
have.
pruning, but
yeah,
I'm still definitely rusty. It takes about a month to get back in the groove. So.
I was like, let's go do some cleanups, and like, what do we do again? No, I was kidding.
Well, at least we're not jumping right into mulch.
No, that's true. Yeah, we'll get store. All right, so you've been riding this thing for like the last probably hour and a half.
Yep.
What's your thoughts so far?
It's fast. I mean, it's got a lot of power. It's good for like the dry leaves. Obviously the matted down stuff, you just gotta, it'll still get it, you just gotta slow down, let it run its course.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think it's great.
I think I was just saying on the video that to do this property would probably take me 3 hours.
If you're using the mower, yes, because
vacuuming.
you gotta do so much dumping. But not only that, we did a fall cleanup here.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's not much here, but yeah, I mean this would cut your time in half for sure if you were doing a fall cleanup on this property. You know what I mean?
I mean, I think the more I was just saying on the camera is that the more I think about the numbers, about how it could cut your productivity,
totally,
or your labor in half and your productivity.
All you need is, you know, one guy going around blowing out the beds, blowing out the plate, you know, for this site,
sure,
totally, blowing out the beds, blowing out the play structure, and then just one guy zipping around on this, you know. As today, the wind's all blowing this way, so you know, start on that side of the property,
take the lane,
blow everything this way,
that's it,
blow it straight into the woods. And I mean, this thing I feel shoots like 15-20 feet.
Oh, at least,
what I mean?
at least. What so, is it? How's the maneuverability of it? Pretty nimble.
Yep.
Like a zero turn.
Yep. Totally.
Nothing crazy.
Yep. Just like a stand-on mower.
When
controls.
When you were blowing the boulevards out front across the dirt road into the just the wood line there, you were shooting all the way across the whole dirt road.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. This thing shoots 15-20 feet easily. So
it's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
A lot of power.
Well.
And then one thing you and I were kind of going over too, just so everybody knows. For the controls to engage the shoots and disengage, did you give a walk around of this yet or not really?
By this time this video is loaded, yes.
Okay.
We already had the first drop off, but we learned.
Well, now we're learning as we're going and putting this thing to work. So what we discovered is if you are engaged on the right chute, you do not need to close. You can just go right to forward and then right to the right. But if the left chute is engaged, we do need to close, and then we can go through the controls, go to the front, to the right. So this one does stay engaged. As to these, if you're just moving your way through, these do close.
Right.
So
if you go from right to center, the right one will close.
Yep.
If you go from center to left, the center will close.
Yep. But if you go left to center, the left will not close. Or if you go left to right, the left will not close. The left one does stay open. The left one does need to be closed.
So you gotta. It takes about 5 seconds. In case you guys ever demo one of these, just kind of teaching you guys the ropes. Something that we learned, and because we were blowing leaves all over the place, and we had to figure it all out really quick.
Right. Yep.
All right. Cool, man. Well, this is so far so good. We gotta clean up this site. Right. We've already done once over. We're gonna just do one more lane all the way down and just rock and roll.
And that's the thing too, is like we would have already been out of here if it wasn't so windy. You know,
it's definitely a windy day.
Yeah.
But still cutting our time. I feel in half, no doubt about it.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna go pick up some more sticks, rock and roll, do your thing, brother.
Cool.
All right, cool. But what do you think about the blower though?
I think it's great. So with properties like this, it's a no-brainer. And plus, you know, typically for something like this, you'd probably have 3 or 4 guys would be, you know, ideal.
Yeah.
But with that blower, you could just have, you know, one guy go around or you both go around, hurry up, blow out all the beds, and then you just go through, zip through with the blower and just have one guy picking up sticks, pretty much like we did.
Yeah.
And it worked great.
It took us, we definitely putzed around, we shot video, and we didn't start till like 9, it's now 11:30, so 2.5 hours, but really about 2 hours.
Right.
Because I was on my phone a lot, just got to do it for the gram. And so anyway, I think it's really cool. We'll definitely shoot more video for you guys. If you have questions on it or you want to see anything in particular, leave me a comment down below. But this was just like a fun video. Again, not trying to convince you guys on it or anything like that. It's just, I was a big skeptic of a $12,000 stand-on blower.
I was the same way too, but now, like, it was a super windy day, so it was hard to really justify anything, but there was a few times where it was like dead calm in the back where we had a lot of leaves.
Sure.
And like it clears
foot.
a good 15, 20 foot path. And I mean, that just saves a lot of time because the less time you got to go back and forth to dump.
Sure.
You know, even with blowing blowers, I mean, heck, it would take you almost all day to do something like this if it was full of leaves.
Oh yeah.
But well, I mean, that thing zips.
It's the vacuum and dumping, the vacuuming and dumping that just takes a lot of time.
Right.
And it's way more productive than raking and tarping, I get it.
Totally.
But there's always like another level to every level, right? So,
and it blows sticks too. I mean, I will give it that. I was blowing around a good, you know, 1 inch in diameter twigs. So
fair enough. All right, cool. Well, that's it guys. Over and out. We'll catch up with you guys here on the next one. Bye.